This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so today we will see related to Excel, where we'll be exploring the basic formula, how do we sort the data, and how can we filter the data, as well as we'll start some visualization also. That is the column chart we'll be using for the visualization. So this is the agenda of today's session. But I think only how many participants are there? 18. Let's wait for 2 more minutes and then we'll start the session. Yeah, sure. Let us start now. Okay, so here we'll be starting with the, let us talk about the agenda. So first of all, we'll be talking about the basic rules. Then we will see how to sort in Excel. And then we will be using some filter. Then we'll come to this column chart. So let's start with, first of all, You know, Excel is not a table or where you just put your data. It is not only the data entry platform. Here, you can use the analysis, and just for your analysis purpose, if you want to do any kind of calculation through a formula, then it is also allowed in your Excel. So let us start. Let me take. Hmm. So first of all, let's start with certain formula that we used to use in our table. And yeah, so first of all, we will be seeing the AND function. And you know how to apply the formula. For example, if you want to say you want to find out the average of it, so how can you do that? How and where you will apply the formula? For example, here in this cell, you want to get the average of Pokeball. So how will you do that? You just put equal, and after equal, you can use the function that is used for the average, or you can do it by your own also. You know that the average is the sum of the number upon the total number. So here you know that the total numbers are 6. So you can do one thing. You will just add all the values like this. Okay, and then you will divide by total number of total number. So you know that the total number are 6. Let's enter. So you can see that the average of this Pokeball is 10. Now you just drag this into all the columns, then you will get the average for each columns. So this is the one option where you are actually applying the formula, and this formula was derived by yourself. Okay, the second thing is that not only this, you can do one more thing. You just use the functions. How? For example, you're just using the sum function or the average function you have. So even let's do for some functions. So sum and sum, then you just select the row from where to where you have to sum. So this column up to this. So what this will be giving you, it will be giving you the sum. Okay, and then after the total number of values, that is 6. So yes, again you are getting the same thing. Okay, so another option is just, okay, let me increase the size of it. After that, is it okay now? I think somebody has. Challenge, is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. After that, suppose that you have the another function that is average. You just take the average of it, select the row from where to take the values, and select the final row up to which you have to take the value, and then put enter. You can see that again you are able to get the average. So in this way, you can apply several formula just to calculate certain values. Okay, now another thing, suppose you want to add all the values from B to E. So how you will do that? You suppose here you want to you are giving some add column, and you want to add all the values of this Pokeball, the Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and Master Ball, and you want to see what will be the value here. So again, you have one option, just select all the columns and put addition behind them, or sorry, addition between them, and then put press, and then you can just drag them. You will get the sum of each. Or other option, I have told you that you just call the sum function, and the sum function will be doing the same thing. Okay, so one thing is that if you are aware of the pattern, that how the things is going on, you can just define your own formula, and you can use there by putting equal sign first, and then you are just giving the formula of it. And second is, you have the different functions. Second, you have different function that will be dealing here. So you can see that these are the different functions that we will be working here, that like and, max, minimum, median, mode, or standard deviation, sum, if, like that. So these are the different functions on which we will be going to work today. Right now, let's see. Okay, for example, we are going to apply AND function. Okay, so if you see here, the name, this data is consist of the name and the type 1 as well as the speed. Okay. Now if I want to check that the type should be fire and the speed should always be greater than 70, means you cannot compromise that either the type should be fire or the speed is greater than 70. No, you want to get all the data which is satisfying both the conditions. Both the conditions means, one, that the type should be fire and the speed should be more than 70. So when you want to when you have several condition, and the requirement is that all the conditions should be satisfied, all the condition must be satisfied. You cannot adjust that either even one condition will be true, still you'll be accepting. No, you will accept the data only if all the conditions are true. So you know that when you this is the property of AND, which actually takes whichever the conditions are there, all the conditions should be true. So for doing that, we use AND function. So in this AND, if you want to apply, first of all, locate the cell where you want to apply this formula. So here in this column, we'll be starting with the D2, because in this D we have written this file type and then more than 70 speed. Now here we'll just put equal sign first. Okay, equal sign first we'll be putting here, then we'll be writing the AND. Yes, AND is coming. Now after that, you will be writing the formula here, and you can see that this is the logical formula you'll be getting. So first we are talking about the type, and you know that the type is in the column B, and we are into the cell number 2. So we are here. Now we'll be writing here B2 equals to 5. Yeah, first condition. And then the second condition is your speed. So C, here we have selected. Okay. So B2 equals to fire, one condition, then put semicolon, and then you will be writing here okay, then you will be having C2 which is greater than 70. That's it. And then you will just close it, press enter. Let me put here comma, then see. Yeah. Can you see? And this will be giving you the Boolean value. You know that the logical AND or the logical OR, they always give the Boolean value. So here, this will be false. And if you drag till the values, you can see that wherever the value that you are getting, it is more than 70, you will be getting true. For 80, you are getting true. For 100, you are getting true. But why you are getting why you are getting false at 78? Anyone? Even in the case of 80, you are getting false. Why is there any particular reason, friends?
Because type 1 is different from fire.
Exactly, because here, although the speed condition is satisfied, but the type is grass. And we are focused on where the type should be fire and the speed should be greater than 70. Okay, so in this way, actually, you just apply your AND formula. So not only this, you can use AND function to determine any other thing also. Like, for example, suppose you have you have got here false and true, and you can change this value also. How you will change that? Suppose you have written this B2 equals to fire and C2 is greater than 70. Now, what you will do here, that after this, you will, you'll be giving the comma, and then you'll be writing here yes, and then you're writing no. If it is B2 equals to fire, C2 is greater than 70. So this is my logical condition. Then after, I'll be putting the value here. And what I'm trying to see, if logical test, that is AND, if this is this, then put here 70. Okay. Yes, now. So this condition will be, if this condition will be true, put yes, else no. Let me check. So here this bracket has been closed, this is closed here. Yeah. Okay, so even you can put condition wise yes and no you can put here. So you are just writing a if condition where if B2 equals to fire and C2 is greater than 70, you put yes, otherwise no. So I have just put it this and if condition here. All right. So in this way, even not this, suppose that you are talking about where the type 1 is grass and it should be more than 45, then what will happen? These two will be true, this will be false. Okay, so when you want that all the conditions should be true while giving the data, then here you can use the AND function. Otherwise, it will not work, because you know that the AND function works when you have the all the functions should be true. Then let's come to this average that we have already seen. Then we have another function which is called as average if. Average if means where basically you are finding out the average on the basis of certain condition. Okay, for example, say that you have you want to find out the average speed, but the condition is that you want to find out the average speed of your grass. Okay, means you want to do average, but still you have certain condition. The condition is that you have to find out the average where the type is equals to grass, isn't? So average if, whenever you have to find out the average along with the condition, at that time you will be using average if. Okay, so for example, if you want to calculate the average if, you know, you have to use first of all this equal sign, and after this equal sign you have to call the function average if, which is already the built-in function. So yes, this is the average if, and after this average if you have to select the values or the range. You can see the first argument is the range, and here we have the range starting from the 2 till 10. So you will just select from here to here and here to here. Why? Because from here you'll be filtering your speed on the basis of the type, and then you'll be getting the value to find out the average. Okay, so if you see the argument here, first of all it is telling about the range, then here the average range. So average range means the value of which, the range of the values of which you want to calculate the average, and the range that the range from where you are putting the criteria. So the range is from this V2 till you will be having this V10. So this is the range. Now you have the criteria. And what is the criteria? Criteria is that you are trying to calculate the average of the grass only. the value or just am I audible now? Everyone wanted a quick
Yes,
confirmation?
sir, you are audible now.
Yes, sir. वो बीच में हो गया और अब आ रहा है. All right. Okay, so where actually I was when. Okay, let me do it. So basically here I had to get the average speed of grass, fire and water instead of getting the average speed of fall. Means we have to calculate average, but still we have certain condition, and the condition was say we want to get the speed type wise. For example, we want to get the speed of the grass, same way we want to get the speed of the fire and the water. So for this we use this average speed. And when you have use the average speed, then you have this argument, and the argument are connected. Everyone? Guys, please can you tell me, am I audible or not?
Yes, now it's the
Yes, you're audible.
Sir.
Yeah, please quickly respond, because might be that even as sometime I have the connectivity problem, might be you will also be facing same. You know, still there are a lot of things to be done in the innovation. Okay, so here, if you see this argument, then you know that here the range is first. Range is what? Means you have to get the criteria range, and the criteria range is starting with this type. Then after you have to give the criteria for which you are actually focused about. So I'm focused about this fire. So sorry, grass. So the grass is located at this E3 in the column 3. So I've just put it the criteria here. Then you have to give the average range. Average range means the value
We can't hear you. Hello?
Okay, friends, now it won't be an issue because I have you know, switched off my Wi-Fi, and now I'm just uh, connected with my mobile phone, so this will not be an issue further. Let's come on to the topic. So in this way, actually, we calculate the average that we have seen here. So we have seen about this AND function, we have seen about the average, we have seen about this average if. Now let's see this count function. And you know what is this count? This count function is used to calculate the number of frequency. Okay, suppose I want to calculate how many total values are there. Okay, how many total values are there? So first, again, if you want to count the number, then first of all you have to select the cell where you want to get the result. Suppose that I want to get the result in D22, D column, and the 22 is the position. So here I'll just put it this equals to, then we'll select the first in value, which is at the D2, and then I'll just put the column, and then we'll select the final value, that is this. So in this way we have selected the range, and this range that we are going to get will be using this in our count function. So this is the count function, and then after you just press enter. So you can see that total we have 20 values. And by using this, you have understood that the job of this count function is to count the number of values we have in this total stacks. All right, everyone, any question here? Okay. So this is how we use this count, and then you have another function which is the count if. Why this count if is used? Let's see. Again, you are trying to calculate the total number of values, but here again you will have the condition. Condition is that say how many times this grass has appeared in total stats, or how many times this water has appeared in this total stats. So basically you want to calculate the frequency, you want to count the number of any particular type. Okay, so you want to calculate the count on the basis of certain criteria. And now, you know, for example, I want to count the total number in the total stats. How many total stats belongs to this grass? Okay, so the criteria is I'll be calculating the total number of values on the basis of the grass. So here whenever you are doing a very straightforward function, but if you're putting over any condition there, then obviously you will have to use if also. So here my straightforward function was just I had to count the values. Okay, but now I have put a certain condition also, so here I'll be using this count if. If you look at the argument of the count if function, then you can see that first of all it requires the range, and then after it will be it is talking about the condition. Yeah, so let's talk about the range. It's starting from the B. Okay. So count if, and then let's say this is the B2 till the range is 21. Okay, and then after you have to give the criteria, and the criteria is grass, and grass is at F5. Yeah, so the grass has appeared for only once. Same if you want to calculate how many times this water has appeared, all this, so you can see that the maximum time water has appeared, and after that this normal has appeared, then we have the Poisson. Except these, all the type has appeared for the one time only. Can you see here? So this is the function COUNTIF, where you are actually counting the number of frequency on the basis of the type. Okay, and after this COUNTIF, say you have this count blank. When I talk about this count blank, then actually this is the function which calculates the number of blank cells in a range. Manas, first of all, let me cover all this function, then we will do some R&D. Otherwise, what will happen? I'll not be able to cover the syllabus first. And you can do one thing. You can just try in your free time, and then after we can discuss them. Okay. Is my screen visible to you all? Everyone?
No.
Okay. Okay, Manas. So first of all, let me complete all the things. Then we will be doing on the basis of the requirement. And here you can see that since you are using the COUNTIF, so you will be having two conditions. One, the range, and then another is the condition. So as we have seen in this AND, we have put it two conditions. So in the same way, you'll be using here. After that, we have the count blank, and the count blank is where you're using the you just use this count blank to calculate or to tell the number of times there is a blank cell in the column, and this is same which is also called as missing values. Okay, so you just want to calculate, you just want to count the number of missing values in your C column. Say here we are calculating this. So for example, and not here, suppose I'm keen to this C equals to, so here that will be count blank. And after this count blank, you first select the range. So you can see that there are 8 blank cells, or you can say that there are 8 missing values in your column C. If you see about this B, so that is, again, you have to use this count blank. And let's go with this B2 column. This one, press enter, you don't have any missing value. Friends, whenever we work on the data, this is the primary requirement that you check. You have to check how many missing values are there. Okay. So we have covered this AND function, we have covered this average, we have covered average if, count blank. Let's see about this count if. We have already covered sum if. Ragini, count blank is basically, you know, until and unless you will not be having all the data, you will not be getting the exact output. And even in terms of the model building, suppose if the grass, if the type is grass, the total is 318. If the type is grass, the total is 405. If the grass is this, the total is 525. Okay. On the basis of this type and these values, suppose you are trying to understand the pattern in between them. But unfortunately, what has happened that all the type are having their values, but the grass is not having the two values, only one value is there. So obviously, when you'll be trying to learn the pattern, you will not be, you'll not have understood the pattern clearly because there are some missing values. So you are not able to relate the total with the type 1. And in this way, suppose again, if somebody will ask, okay, please tell me if the total will be like this, so what will be the type here? So whenever you do prediction or whenever you want to give certain future result on the basis of the current result existing, until and unless you will have data, you will not be able to identify the pattern. Since you have not identified the pattern, you will not be able to guess the future result. So this is why you should not have the missing value in your columns. If that persists, either you should remove them or you should replace that missing value with some values. Because as I have said to you, getting the data and filling with the values is not only the task that we do in data analysis, we have to do some analysis. And if you want to do any analysis, obviously, first of all, you should have values corresponding to the field. Ragini, I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's clear. Thank you.
All right. So we have already, I think, done this sum if. Yeah. So let's talk about this sum if. So again, I think we have done this sum if. Okay. Let's see again. So suppose we have this sum if. Now again, if you see the sum, yeah. Which one? Which thing I have to repeat? The sum if. Suppose that.
Yes.
You want to sum all the values of the type grass only. You want to you can see that you have 318, 405, 525. So you just want to add them only. You don't want to add all the things. You just want to add these three values and you want to get this result. So again, if you want to see the argument of this, then first of all, it is talking about the range. So let's select the range, which is starting from here till you will have the range, this one, okay, column, this one. So you have selected the range from where the criteria is to be built. Then you put it just comma, and after this comma, you are giving the criteria, and the criteria is that you are focused to this grass. You just selected them. Then you have to select the sum range. So you'll be starting from here, putting the column, getting the last value. So if you add this, even let me check this one plus this one plus this one. Yeah, it's a 1248. And when you will drag it, it will be giving you the value for the fire as well as the value for the water. Okay. So these are the certain function that we have seen. Now, not only this, you can apply other function also. But guys, let me tell you, whichever the function you'll be calculating, whenever and whichever the function you'll be using, first of all, you should be focused to the argument of it. And this argument tell you what is to be done and what is not to be done. For example, say you are, you just want to do the average, which we have already done, then just write the formula. And in this formula, you can see that it is already giving you what you have to put here. So in the average, you just have to put all the numbers. Okay, so this is why what you are doing, you are just selecting from here until the last value, and then just closing the bracket, putting here, you are getting the average. Same if you want to get the minimum value, just put here min function. Okay, now you select this min function. Again, you can see that in the argument, it is talking about the number of values it wants to find out which one is the minimum value among the range. So you just select the values, go to the end of the values, press enter, you get that this is the minimum value. Same way, if you want to get the maximum value, again you have to look into your formula, if you have to look into your function, and then you can see that in this max also it is talking about the range only. So you just select it. Up to the last. Okay, close the bracket. The maximum value is the 10. I mean, if you have to calculate, if you have to use any function, then how the value is to be given, you should look into the argument of the function, and it will be explicitly telling you that how you have to use the Excel form. After that, we will be seeing the sorting. Okay, how to sort our data. What is sorting, anyone? And friends, actually what we are doing here, we have this data. Just see, we have this data and we are just trying to visualize this data into different forms, different options. And whenever you try to see the values in the different manner, that is what it's analysis. So actually we are doing some analysis. Okay. Now we have this sorting. So what is the sorting? Why do we do this? Anyone? Everybody knows we do sorting, but why do we do this?
Maybe to get more precise data.
Okay, good. Anyone else?
Easy to work.
Okay, how to work?
Easy to make it very easy to work.
Make it very easy to work, because whenever you have the sorted data, you will be easily identifying the position of your desired number. Okay, suppose that if the number is between 1 to 100 and if the data is sorted, now if you have to look at by yourself that where this 52 will be lying, obviously what you will do, you will just scroll down till half, and after that you will be finding out the number without any formula, without any automation. Okay, same another thing, whenever you will have the sorted data, it will be easier you to find draft certain hierarchy. And the fact is that the one more easiest thing that becomes happen after sorting, That is, the searching of a number, searching of a data becomes so easy. Okay. Now, you know that we have two options. One, either we can do sorting in ascending order, or we can sort the data in descending order. So suppose if you want to sort the data, then first of all you have to sort this name. So I'll just select this range, and then after selecting this range, I'll be going here in the sort and filter menu. Click. Then you can see that you have two options. Either you can sort them in the A to Z option, or you can sort in Z to A. Say I'm sorting them into A to Z. Yeah. Then it is saying, do you want to expand the selection or you want to continue with the current selection? When you will be continue with the current selection, it will be applied in this column only. And when you will click on the expand the section, all the data which were related to this particular row, they will also be going to the place where this will be going. Okay, so means the entire table will be sorted with respect to the name. Otherwise, only the name column will be sorted. So whenever we work into the analysis, most of the cases, even in the 95% cases, we go with the expand this selection. So when you have done this, you can see that it has been arranged into the alphabetical order, and the alphabetical order in the ascending order, starting from A moving till Z. If you want to sort on the basis of the ascending order with respect to the type, first sort and click here. Click here, sort Z to A, again expand the selection. Now everything has been sorted on the basis of the column, but the fact is that since I have selected this the master column, that's why even the name of the column has also been sorted. Okay, otherwise what you have to do, for example here, and then clicking on this, what happened? Why this name is occurring? Although it should not be occurred. Let me check why this is happening. See, I'm just selecting from okay. I'll be selecting this option from A2 to A10, and then we'll be clicking on this sort. Yeah, now it is happening. Okay. After that, you know that even you can sort the data into the ascending or the descending order, same here we had done the sorting on the basis of the text data, like you can see. Same thing you can done on the basis of the sorting number also. So again, what you have to do, you just have to select the range, and after selecting this range, put on this sort and filter. If you want to sort on the basis of the smallest to largest, click here. It will be sorted in the ascending order. If you want to get it in the largest to smallest, it will be sorted in the descending order. Yeah. So in this way,
So could you
actually,
repeat the
we do
sorry, could you
sorting of
repeat
a
the
number
numerical one?
or the.
Hello. So could you repeat the numeric sorting once again? How did you get that option?
Okay. No issue. No issue. See. Yeah, I'm repeating. No, you can. Okay, I'm just repeating it again. Suppose that this is the number. Okay, and you have to sort this in the ascending order. What you will do, first of all, you have to select the range. So you know that the number is expanded from 2 till 21. I just select them. I have selected this range, and after that, we'll go to the sort and filter menu. Click on it, and then we'll click on the sort smallest to largest. Can you see?
Yes.
All the
yes.
smaller number are coming first,
Okay.
and then the greater number are coming gradually. So in this way, actually, we do the sorting of a number. So be it the alphabets, be it the number, in all the cases, we actually do sortings of the ascending order or the order. In case of text data, the ascending will be decided of the alphabet number. You know that smaller and bigger one will be doing this. Okay. Even you can see that we have the custom sort of option also. So the custom sort, let's Yeah. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay. So even you can do the sorting, or you can do the custom sorting. For example, if I select the range of the number, just go to this custom sort, and here also we can give certain list that what should be the number that you want to sort. And even after that, you have the filter. Okay, so sorting is what it is, just arranging your data into either the ascending order or into the descending order. And the fact is that you want to get the data into some fashion. Now, after that, you want to apply some filter. What is the filter? What is the use of filter? Anyone?
So we can filter out what data we require. Suppose if we filter out on name, so we can just see that particular person's data.
And we will hide others.
Yes.
Okay. So basically, the job of the filter is to sort and hide the data, and obviously it will be making your analysis somehow easier. If you want to apply your filter, then you can apply on the on clicking the filter command. Okay, so suppose we are just selecting this EA to E. Select just to become precise and the accurate data. Click on this, click on the filter. Can you see? You have the filter. Only the filter say, okay, below 200, which drop down, and here select only those values. So you know that the values are 195, and there's no other values which are more than 200, or sorry, less than 200. So yeah, so you can see that it is giving me the values as per my requirement, per guys. See, the internet connection is not in my hand, and you know, science has done a lot of innovation, but still it is helpless in front of the cloud. And so because of the cloudy weather, today there is a problem with the connection, and don't worry, it will be resolved before the week, means in the next weeks, because at that time I'll be in my home. Right now I'm in Kolkata, where you know every day there is a cloud. So I hope that you will be cooperating for this thing just for this week, if you'll be facing any internet connectivity issue. Otherwise, there has been no any history of this connectivity issue, and I'm really sorry for that. So still, if you face any question, or if you face any trouble, and you think that this thing is to be repeated, please tell me. I'll be doing that. Okay, otherwise, sometime you might also be having the internet connectivity issue. So, yeah. Now, is there any connectivity issue? If there is, then I can stop the session. So, is there any connectivity issue now? Anyone?
So you can continue.
Okay.
No, it's
Because,
fine now.
yeah,
No, sir.
I think I'm seeing everybody is now started to type in the WhatsApp. So either I can read the message or I can explain the things. Okay, so let's start. Now, again, if somebody is there who's typing the message, no issue. So this is the filter where we are actually hiding the things and showing only our desirous result. Even again, if you go to this custom sort, go to this filter, you will be getting your original data. It is somewhere you are just highlighting only those values that you want to highlight and that you want to show in front of your boss or in front of your whoever to whom you are giving your presentation. You're just trying to show them. Okay. Suppose in the same way, you are trying to see the data related to the poison only. So you just go there, again, go to the filter, select, you are keen to see only the poison data. Okay, and you can see here that we have two kind of poison. Why? Because there is a spelling mistake. So I'll be selecting only the poison, and I'll be removing the blank also. Can you see all the data which are related to the poison? These are coming. Otherwise, every data is being hidden. They have not been removed. They are being hidden so that you could focus on your result. You can copy it to somewhere else just to show your finding as per your analysis, because a filter is the most precious tool through which you actually do your analysis. Okay, and here you know that the filter option is given by this drag drop menu. So not only this poison, even suppose that we are keen to see on the basis of the grass. Again, what you will be doing, you will be just selecting all the columns. Everyone, are you all facing the same problem of the connectivity issue from my side? I just want the response.
Yes, yes. It's very, there are so many breaks here and there.
Okay.
Yes, breaks are there.
So let me stop now.
better to stop because this breaks are not putting an effect on this one. So it's better
Yeah.
to get resolved.
Okay, so we stopping. Let's connect tomorrow at the 3. Okay, so we'll connect it tomorrow at 3. All right.
One more thing
Thank you,
I would
everyone.
like to add.
Thank you so much.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please.
the Excel sheet where you're working, can you share with us also? So with the same time, we can practice on our Excel as well.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah, please. Thank you so much.
Okay. I'll do that. Okay, give me 1 minute only. So guys, sorry for today, and let's connect tomorrow. And tomorrow I'll ensure that this kind of thing will not be happening. All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.